7 hard truths about weight loss that nobody talks about. But we're going to talk about it today, guys. So stay with me. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me here today on this video. My name is Angela and thank you for coming and spending a little time out with me today. So if you're on a weight loss journey, especially if you're over 50, then you already know that it isn't just about food or the scales. Weight loss is about emotions, and sometimes it's frustrating, in fact very frustrating, and sometimes it feels like no one tells you the real truths that we have to be aware of on the journey. So today, guys, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 truths about weight loss that nobody ever tells you, but they should. So I'm going to be doing that. So these are things that I wish, when I reflect on my journey, these are things that I wish I had known. And I think it would have made the journey less frustrating and a little bit easier for me. So awareness is key, isn't it? So today we're going to talk about it. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're on Manjaro or you're doing a weight loss plan like Weight Watchers, Slimming World, Noom, whether you're calorie counting, whether you're just changing your eating habits, or you're just trying to feel better about your body. I want you to know that I see you and you're not alone. So let's get into it, guys. So the first hard truth is that weight loss is actually very simple, but it's not easy. And the truth is that the formula for weight loss, which is nourish your body and move as much as you can, it's simple. That is how I have lost the bulk of my weight, by nourishing my body, not necessarily eating less, but making sure my body has got everything that it needs, and then to move more. But the key is sticking to that, and sticking to it, being committed, being consistent. That's the hard part. So people often say, when on my weight loss journey, I hear people say weight loss is hard. And I say, no, it isn't. It isn't. It's easy. It's simple, the formula. But it's being committed and consistent in what we're doing. That's the hard part. So we've got to find a method, a way forward that allows us to be that makes it sustainable, things that we can do every single day without fail. And when we get into that groove and we get into that swing and we just keep it going and it becomes the lifestyle, that's when it's truly doable. So here's the real talk. Life, hormones, menopause and cravings, they don't care about calories in or calories out. What your body cares about is what you nourish it, what you feed it, what you support it with. So be kind to yourself, guys, and support your body with the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, all that whole food that can really make that difference to making sure that you get the nourishment that you need. The second hard truth is around motivation. And the truth is, motivation is not going to save you, because motivation fades. How many times do we see it in the weight loss community where people say, I've lost my mojo, I don't feel motivated, I need help to get my motivation back? Motivation is very fleeting. You know, we might talk to somebody, we might watch a video, listen to a podcast, go to a support group, and all of a sudden we feel motivated, but an hour later that motivation's gone. So motivation is very fleeting. What matters, it's not motivation, it's about discipline, it's about routines, and it's about habits, even when we don't feel like it. So my tip for you as a weight loss coach is build small, really achievable habits, those micro habits, those tiny little things that you can do day in, day out. And over time, you won't even realise that you do it because it becomes who you are. And make sure that these tiny little habits fit into your life. And if you're over 50, there might be lots of priorities that you're juggling with. So again, it needs to be able to fit into your everyday routine. The third hard truth that nobody talks about on the weight loss journey is that some people will treat you differently. The truth is, some people will absolutely cheer you on. They've got your back. They're going to support you through the highs and the lows, through the celebrations, through the commiserations. They're going to be there for you. But others might become distant. They might even become jealous. And they might even become passive aggressive. And if you saw this video here, I talk about why people can feel uncomfortable when you're on a weight loss journey and seeing success. So feel free to check that out for more information. And in a nutshell, I discussed that the reason not everybody's going to be cheering for you is because there's lots of different reasons, but one of the reasons I discussed in this video is that it can highlight their own insecurities. So it's always worth remembering that it's not about you, it's about them. The fourth hard truth about weight loss that nobody talks about is that you can't outrun a bad diet. Or another saying that I've heard very similar is you can't outrun your fork. The truth is that even if you're using a program like Slimming World, Weight Watchers, Noom, you might be calorie counting using NutriCheck or MyFitnessPal. You might even be like me at this stage of my journey on Manjaro or a Ozempic or some other type of GLP-1 medication. The truth is, plans, programs, and even medication can help, but you still have to do the work. You still have to put the effort in. You still have to eat well. You still have to eat well. You still have to nourish your body. You still need to do all of the things like looking at your sleep, looking at your activity, drinking your water, and working on your mindset. You still have to do all of those things because there is no magic fix. So my advice is to use things like programs and plans and Manjaro and GLP-1s, etc. Use them as a tool. Use them as a tool to support you and to help you, but don't use it as a fix. They're not a fix. Don't rely on them. Use them to build a better relationship with food and your food choices, with your portions, and with your activity levels, with your mindset. Use them as a tool to support you on your journey. Now, the fifth hard truth that nobody ever told me or nobody ever shares on the weight loss journey is that weight loss won't fix your life. It's not going to fix your life. The truth is, losing weight doesn't bring happiness, doesn't automatically bring happiness. It doesn't make you necessarily feel confident or perfect or fix your relationship. A lot of people look for those things and think that when they lose weight, they'll be happy, they'll be more confident, they'll have the perfect relationship with their partner, or maybe find a new partner, or, you know, improve the relationship that they've got now. It doesn't automatically bring happiness. We have to work on those areas, regardless of whether we're carrying weight or not. But what I can say is, regardless of where you are on your journey, celebrate all of the health wins. It may be that as you lose weight, you're seeing an improvement in your blood glucose level if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. You might see improvements in your cholesterol. You might see other improvements if you suffer with your joints or with, you know, other health conditions. You might see an improvement in a variety of aspects of your health. Really important to celebrate those, but also do the inner work as well, which is working on your self-esteem, working on your self-confidence, establishing and using your personal power. And when you do that, always remember that mindset is absolutely key. Mindset and working on your mindset is just as important as working and prepping your meals. So mindset matters really, really importantly. So yeah, those are some key things that I wish I had known on my journey. The sixth truth about weight loss is that you will hit a plateau. So what is a plateau? A plateau is where you are on a weight loss journey, you're losing nice and steadily, and all of a sudden you stop losing. And you might stop losing for 3, 4, 5 weeks and nothing budges. You might have been doing the same things as you were previously that allowed you to lose the weight. Nothing's changed. You've not added in anything extra. Nothing's changed, and you're not losing. It's inevitable. And as a weight loss coach, I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people experience this. This is normal. It is normal to get to a point where your body just says, you know what, I need a rest. I've been working hard, changing, you know, all the food is changing. I'm using my body differently, might be moving more. The weight loss is coming off, of the body's giving up a lot of weight. I just need a rest. That's all it is. Just need a rest. And for some people, your body might just have that rest for a week or two. Sometimes it can even be a month or two. But plateaus are very, very common, even if you're doing everything right. So what I say when people have a plateau is, don't panic. Don't panic, and don't give up your journey. If you've lost 10 pounds or 10 stones or 100 pounds, just keep going. Whatever you've done in the past is worked for you. All you need to do is, 1, be patient, show your body some self-care. And if after a week or 2 you're still not shifting anything, then just look at switching things up a little bit. Just vary your food a little bit. Vary your activity a little bit. Check that you're getting enough sleep, that your hormones are balanced. Look to see whether there's any stresses that has crept into your life, whether you're feeling a bit more stressed. All of these things can have an impact. But the key is, don't panic and don't throw your plan or your program out. Just talk to a coach if you've got a coach. Go and seek some advice. But I would just say, you know, don't rush to do that. Just carry on doing what you're doing, because it's obviously previously worked for you. Sometimes on my journey, what I've found is even the time of year can make a difference. So I tend to lose more weight in the summer because, again, my lifestyle is different. I'm eating lighter. I'm moving more. You know, I'm out and about later in the day. Whereas in the winter, I tend to hunker down. I'm eating more stodgier foods, more soups and casseroles and more bread. But then I'm not moving as much because the weather's bad, the weather's cold, it might be damp or raining. It gets darker on the nights. We have the darker mornings, so I'm not as physically active. So personally, I don't lose as much weight in the winter. And if I'm going to have a plateau, it'll be in the colder and darker months. So looking at things like that can also help shed some light on it for you. And the other key thing is health. If you're on medication, some medications can affect, you know, your body, the hormones, etc. That can cause a stall. So do talk to your GP about that and get some medical advice. So whether you're on medication long term or you're starting a new medication, or you might even be changing doses, that can also have an impact. So lots of different reasons why you can have a plateau. It happens. Key is don't panic. Just stay consistent. Mix up your routine and trust your body and trust the process. And the seventh hard truth about weight loss is that maintenance is harder than losing weight. As a coach, again, this is something that my clients has told me and is telling me, is that losing weight was the easiest bit. The maintenance is where that biting point is. It's the friction element, and it takes more effort to maintain your weight than it is to lose it. So my top tip here is to focus on long-term lifestyle changes, because if you're making those changes for life, then as you've lost the weight, maintaining then becomes a little bit easier. So focus on long-term changes, not short-term diets. Make whatever you're doing, whatever plan, method or program, system that you choose, make it sustainable, and make sure that it's something that you can do at 50, 60, 70 and beyond. So guys, those are 7 hard truths about weight loss, especially as we get older, as we hit our 50s, 60s and beyond. And I know some of them might be a little tough to hear, but they come from experience. Now, you know, having been on my journey, having lost well over 165 pounds, I can tell you that I've experienced all of those things on my journey. As a coach, I've also supported people on their journey through these things too. So they come from experience, and I hope that they're going to help you feel more prepared and less alone on your journey. Now, if any of these things resonate with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So drop a comment below and let me know, what hard truths have you discovered on your weight loss journey? It may be one of the 7 that I've talked about, or it might be something completely different. And if you feel that this video has been helpful, then give it a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe if you've not done so already, and also tap that notification bell, because as I upload a new video, then you will be notified. And that way you won't miss any more real talk about life over 50, including weight loss, cooking and recipes, easy and simple meal hacks, shopping, being frugal, budgeting, all of those life hacks over 50. So guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. And remember, it's never too late to start living your best life. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Take care now. Bye.